It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Today, it's an early season divisional matchup in the NFC East between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's Gibson to start the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Straight ahead, Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
Sly able to put this one through. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Finding room at midfield. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
And he'll be brought down at the 27. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very...
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. Sly able to put this one through, and that will make it 6-0. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last. Davis Price hit, and he fumbles it. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Drive starts with a run by Davis Price. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
But from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give up the middle to Gibson. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Able to connect with Dotson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is? So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They'll look to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
From the 39, Hurts. Over the middle. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
2nd and 9 now. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Calling no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now back to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Hurts throw complete here on target to Tunyon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route.
That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
They go play action with Hurts. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And he'll be stopped at about the 38 after a pickup of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing his Hurts. He's got Smith here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 24-yard line.
Ready? No check.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Check contact.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Davis Price. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Ty Davis Price taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that trims the lead down to 9. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
A very limited time left to get in field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
They're going to look to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Hurts. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
This is Smith with a grab. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
Hey, check that, three.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I'm don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but I got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends, going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Well, 2nd down attempt there, knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 18. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Davis-Price up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Jamin Davis there to bring him down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Drops this underneath for Davis-Price. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
Ready?
Back to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Quez Watkins from 4 yards out. And the Eagles are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw here. Going right back to Dotson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So a nice throw there. And, CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads. That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 26 yards. And the Commanders will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 54 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing is Hurts. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 1st down, Hurts finding room at midfield. And they're going to get this up to midfield. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 37. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now a dump off here complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. They go play action with Hurts. sliding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 3rd and 13.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Hurts. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a...
And now here is another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he's got room. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about it.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game.